The enlightened one is a yogi devoid of yoga. Beautiful. And absence of yoga. A yogi devoid of yoga and the absence of yoga. He is an enjoyer devoid of enjoyment. And absence of enjoyment. He is an enjoyer. And there is no enjoyment. Neither is there an absence of enjoyment. Thus he wanders leisurely, filled with the spontaneous joy of his own mind. The enlightened one is a yogi. Neither is yoga nor is an absence of yoga present in him. He is simply yogast. Why are these two absent? It's obvious. These two are absent because there are no two. For yoga to happen, there must be two real entities getting united, right? There is yoga, but not the kind that proceeds from somewhere. There is yoga, but not the kind that is a summation of two entities. This yoga is better described as lop. There appeared to be two. One became lupt. There was then the lop of one. Lop means disappearance. So it is not really coming together of two. It is not really coming together of two because the two are not at the same level. Because that which you are calling as a second one really does not exist in the dimension of the first one. And in that sense, if the first one is true, the second one can be called as false. Yoga is the disappearance of the false, not a union of the false with the true. True yoga is merely lop. No union is needed. Who will meet whom? Only truth is there. Who will come and meet the truth? Are you getting it? So the word yoga is really a misnomer. It can even mislead. You go to Rishikesh and there everybody is talking about the union of they talk of not two meeting but three. What is that? Mind, body and soul. Not even two are there. And they have dreamt up three and are running successful businesses. If there can be a fourth one to unite, then the business will prosper even more because now the task is bigger. You see, he unites only three. The neighboring shop. I unite 4. So my charges are 30% higher. There are no 2. How can there be 3? So Sandeep is asking, is there only one? There is not even one Sandeep. No three, no two, and not even one. Now what yoga are you dreaming of? The dream has to go into Vilopa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All will then go down the Ganga. Are you getting it? Dattatreya is compassionate enough to not to give you anything that you hold, because whatever you hold becomes you. If you are able to hold something, if your hands are clutching something, then that which you clutch becomes your hand. So he's saying only the yogi is there. Only the one yogastha entity is there. He is calling that entity as the yogi. There is neither yoga. Why is there no yoga? Because there are no two. And nor is there an absence of yoga. Why is there no absence of yoga? Because when you look at the world around, you see that for most people, there indeed are two. So for this one, this walking man that you are calling as yogi, surely the second one has gone. Surely yoga has happened. But such yoga is not a happening. I repeat, such yoga is merely lop. Yoga has not happened. The truth has not arrived. That which was not truth, that which was anyway not at all, has lost its grip upon you. Are you getting it? Then he plays with Parmeshwari a little more. Dattatreya has taken a liking for you, you know. He says there is, what does he say? Just the enjoyer or enjoyment? What is it? There is the enjoyer, and neither is there enjoyment nor an absence of enjoyment. He doesn't want you to be left with anything. There is merely a self-sufficient enjoyment. The one having the self-sufficient enjoyment is called the enjoyer. And then he is saying that there is neither enjoyment nor an absence of enjoyment. Why not an absence of enjoyment? For the same reason as the one we quoted when we said that yoga exists. Why does yoga exist? Because the yogi is there. So when the enjoyer is there, enjoyment is there. But this is not the enjoyment of the kind that you witness in the world. In the world, the enjoyment is never self-sufficient. The enjoyment always requires an external object. Here enjoyment is there, but the enjoyment is contained in the enjoyer. The enjoyment is not for a reason. The enjoyment is not due to something or somebody. The enjoyment does not begin and end The enjoyment is one with the enjoyer. You just are joy. Just joy. Just joy. Call it justness or call it joy. Call it being or call it joy. Call it me or call it joy. Call it self or call it joy. Call it truth or call it joy. No two. Not joy because of something. Not joy in something. Just joy. Self-contained. Non-dual. Are you getting it? You can't have images of such a joy. You can have such a joy. You cannot have such a joy. Only such a joy can have itself. This is Dattatreya speak. If you are having joy, there still are two. What's happening? It's joy having joy. Call it me or call it joy.